Hello everybody. You know what time it is? I'm gonna show you something. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm gonna show you stuff. I'm not gonna keep up with that voice at 6 a.m. I haven't slept. So, I'm kind of tired right now. But, I still do want to produce a quick tip, tutorial, I guess you can call, on how to... no, actually, not how to. It's more of a how I use Photoshop for painting, sketching, etc. So, I open up Photoshop, and this is what I get. Usually, this looks fine, right? I mean, you have everything you need. You got the color, you got the layers, you got the navigator, the toolbar, and the menus, and the snap, and the bit. But I don't want any of them. I want none of it. Need none of it. And you can see that I just conjured a layer just out of nowhere. Well, the secret to that is I hold down Control Shift plus N to create a new layer that you can name immediately after you click the N button. Much better than just clicking this. I mean, this doesn't really give you the chance to name a layer. Even though I didn't name mine, it doesn't matter. You can always name it. It's good to be organized. So here's the thing. I really like to use Photoshop with this interface. Yeah, interface. What interface, you may ask? Well, exactly. No interface, no distractions. Kinda. And you can draw. All good. I mean, it's perfectly functional, and some people might even hate this when it happens. People sometimes don't even know how this happens. Well, it's again, it's the F key on your keyboard. It just shifts through these, or the tab. The tab gives you a different result. The F a couple of times gives you this, and you might not find this useful, but if you do find it interesting, I'm going to tell you how can you use this interface and use it to its full potential. And what I mean is, you can always get some more layers, you can always choose your color, and by using the macros you can have any sort of brush you want. Any brush, no need to go to your menus. All you need to know is the macros. Now, there are plenty of ways to get to know the macros. You can always just go and go to Edit and go to Keyboard Shortcuts. And go to Tools and just see which shortcut does what. Which is, you know, I don't know who does this. I don't recommend you do this. But we're gonna need this later, so I'm gonna leave it on. And we have this toolbar right here, so if you need something specific like the select tool, rectangle tool, it is the M button on the keyboard, and if you like hold it there for forever, it should show you the macro, but it doesn't. So I mean, show me the damn, what's the button? Where was the button? I swear to God, usually it just pops out. There we go. And you can see this. Rectangular marquee tool. M. The M button is the marquee tool. Just call it select rectangle. And you can always shift to a different tool. You can see that this is no longer a rectangle, it's a circle. And now you can just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And to do this, if you know the macro button, let's say brush. You got the brush. You can see this is the brush. The B button is the brush. And when you hold down the shift button and click on B again, you can see how it instantly changes, swaps through, shifts through the tools in that specific tool set, I guess. So yeah, with that said, the G button is the bucket tool. Or is it the gradient tool? I don't know. It's both, I guess. So yeah, remember, Shift and a macro key gives you the different result. I don't know how it's, I guess it's a different tool in the tool set. I guess I could call it that. I don't know, but I'll call it that. So, okay, so the next thing I want to show you is the simple layer tool working pipeline thingy. So, you might be okay with drawing it like that, like just leave them on, just draw whatever, you know. I'll make a new layer underneath the layer of the line art, so I'm gonna just make line art. And this will be the fill color. So I'm just gonna take this skin tone, I'm gonna go red-ish, light, and just, okay for now. And what I'm gonna do now is create a couple of more layers in between. So I'm gonna organize this so it'll be easier to see. These are grouped into one. I'm just gonna delete this. Is the hair. Excuse me. So this is the hair fill. A fill of hair. I want to cell shade this hair. And what to do? How do I do this? How do I fill it? Well, I created an empty layer here. And I want the hair to have highlights. Say, somewhat like that. Somewhere like here. Except I don't want it here. Like so. And just delete some. Like that. I want that. But it's like I'm gonna have to erase it all again and again. No. The thing is, you don't have to. You absolutely do not have to. Because all you have to do is hold down Alt and go in between the layers. Make sure that the layer you want to be painting on is at the bottom. And the one that with the extra blah blahs, it's basically a mask. The fill color is basically a mask for the other colors. So see, I held down Alt, clicked, made a parent, and it's like connected. So it only appears in the pixel, inside the pixels of the layer that is underneath it. And you can stack a lot of layers. Like stack, 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 and it just all follows the layer that is you know, marked. So I can make it darker also, you know, like shadow shadows, like darker places, like shadows, you know. Yeah. And now the skin, same thing, completely same thing. Keeping the line art on top, that's all you gotta do. If you want, you can always just add the multiply modifier, that sometimes helps, and you can just decrease the opacity to blend in better. Should probably zoom in, people like that, people like to see it big, but I don't, so I'm sorry, I didn't think of this before. Alright, so yeah, the skin, it's a crazy fast way to do this, and it's not like the best way to do cell shading, but it's like a way, I guess. Really fast and dirty. I mean, you can go really nice and clean, but for me, I kind of like it nice and dirty. So yeah, that's that. Remember, F6 and F7. Oh yeah, don't forget the actual F button, the F button, right. So yeah, hope you found this a bit useful, or anyway, thanks for watching. Have a nice one. Bye.